All right. Good evening. Welcome to Dion Draws, my second episode for, well, if you can call it that, episode. Calling this drawing, well, this should be my niece, and I'm giving it to my sister, who is actually the mother of this girl, so that's why I'm giving it to her. So let's continue. It's been a while since I, well, a few days actually, since I worked on this drawing. I had some other issues that I had to take care of, so let's continue with this. Now I'm just using one of my brushes. This is actually a makeup brush. Can smooth it out really nice. It takes off the excess of charcoal. So yeah, I don't use it often because sometimes it can take away too much, but I thought, well, let's just ghost it out and well, refine it later. I think that's enough. Okay. Well, where should I continue this? Maybe the eyes could use some more definition. Hi, fun. Hi, fun man. Yeah, thank you for subscribing just today. I honestly thought you were already a subscriber of mine. Aren't you Dutch? I think you are. I think you are Dutch, right? But I could be wrong. Hey, Jonathan. How are you? I just started with this drawing. You're Chinese. Ah, right. Figured. I figured. Wow, how do I... Why did I think you were Dutch? Maybe some other subscriber who had a similar name, I think. Okay. Right now, I started out this session with ghosting the whole image out by using this brush and just redefining the shapes here. Ah, right! I knew it. I knew it, Van Mang. So you live in the Netherlands. You can speak Dutch. So you live in the Netherlands, but you're from China originally. You had me confused for a while. It's always hard to draw someone that you actually know, and especially if you're going to draw someone who is the daughter of someone you're gonna give it as a present. Because this is the daughter of my sister. And of course she knows her very well. So I'll have to take care of, well, it has to be spot on. Chinese by origin, Belgian by nationality, living in the Netherlands, working for a fake... Well, you'll have to explain that to me. Fake logistics. So you're not really... But... Not really in a logistic company? Yeah, right now I'm still redefining the shapes and the contours. And I had a good look at the mouth. It should be a little bit more. It's just 1 millimeter, but this corner of the mouth should be a little bit up to indicate that she's smiling. Way to go. Too long to explain. Yeah. Okay, I'll focus on the drawing. It's always nice chatting with you guys. Well, although there's generally not many people watching, but it's always nice to know them. I'm not drawing for nothing. And that you actually enjoy it too, so that's good. Let me see. The mouth could be very complicated. I think I made a boo-boo here, so let's correct that. First I will smudge it out, and then I can erase it more easily with the needed eraser. Wait. I think this should come over to that side more. And again, we're talking millimeters here, but that's how precise you have to be with the portraits. How many brands of paper do I use? Did you try Hahnemühle? I actually have two different brands. This one is, what's it called? Fabriano, yeah. And I like it. It's got a little bit more texture. And what I usually use for the live streams is a size bigger. That's this is A3, and I use for that one an A2 paper, and it doesn't have a brand. I just bought the cheapest paper I could find actually, but it's very smooth, and yeah, it doesn't really matter. The problem, well, if you can call it a problem, the problem with smoother paper is that potentially it can't go as black as paper with more structure to it. But well, I don't really mind for those drawings. But on the other hand, if you have smooth paper, you can smooth it out more. I'm looking at the eyes now. It could be that this eye, maybe this eye should go a little bit more to the left. It's also subtle. That's very easy if you haven't done any details yet, and if you press very lightly, you can move it around very easily. So like that. Yeah, I think this is better. And again, we're talking millimeters here. How did you get the proportions so well? Yeah, I don't know. You have to be able to observe very well, and to know the angles. Like when for instance, when I draw this corner of the eye, I'm not only looking at this eye, I'm looking at this from here to the corner of the mouth, but I'm also looking to the corner of the nose, and this forms a triangle and in my head, and that has to be the correct as on the same as on the reference. And I'm doing it with all kinds of points. I'm imagining point here and here and well everywhere with everything that I draw, especially in the beginning of the drawing, or like this stage when you are trying to refine it more. And on this drawing I made double sure to make to have the proportions right, because if it's not, then the lightness is gone. And I do make mistakes, of course. Everyone makes mistakes, but as I was talking about this another live stream, I think, it's important to know how to fix mistakes. You're gonna make mistakes, but if you do, you have to find out a way how to fix it. And yeah, one way to do it is to start out very lightly and start shading very lightly, and then you can almost feel if the drawing is coming together or not. It's Xiaonan's method, yeah, basically, because, well, Xiaonan, he is very good at proportions. He's better than me in proportions, obviously. So that really works, but I also have another way of starting out the drawing. I like to do the Loomis head lately. That starts out with a circle and then constructing more of a wireframe, so to speak. And that can also help with the proportions. Okay, right now I'm drawing the line that separates the shadow from the light, and I know she is a little bit in the dark, but there's still some indications where the light is separated from the shadow, and lately I've been doing that more often, and I really like it like this. And of course we're coming back to it to refine the edges. But if you do it like this, it really indicates the form. It kind of makes it more of a 3D structure. Yeah, there's almost no light here. And also her eyebrow is very characteristic for her. Comes up like this, and the highest point of the eyebrow has to correspond with where it comes to together with the eye. For instance, this corner of the eye, if I go straight up, I'm a little bit to the left of the highest point of the eyebrow, and then it comes down again a little bit. Right. Okay, I think I can move on now to the eyeglasses, maybe. Hey, Jasper. Thank you, Yopu. This is the corner. This is the ear. I measured this ear out in the previous episode, so I know it's in the right spot. Just have to redefine it. And I'm going over it very lightly. Just building up layers. I'm looking now at this point where this neck muscle comes down, and again this should, I think it's a little bit lower. And I'm looking at this angle from the corner of the mouth, corner of at the bottom of the chin, and the ear. So it should be somewhere here. Yeah, I think I will define the glasses first, and after that I will continue with the hair, make it dark, and then fill in the details later. Are you going to use one pencil for all the shades? No, I'll probably use different kinds of pencils. If I have to go darker, I like to use these generals. These can go pretty dark, but I will not use them on the face because I don't like the dark. I know Xiaonan does it, and he lightens it up with eraser or his blending stump, and then he can lighten it up. But well, I found that technique doesn't really work for me, and it's a personal thing because well, it obviously does work for him, but I like to go from the light, working my way down to the dark. So that's why I use a lighter pencil for that. And recently I got these Nitram charcoals, these, and I also have these. It's Nitram, and it's basically natural charcoal, and it's very nice for doing this, the shading. It stays very light, and I can just build upon it. So actually, while I have this in my hand, I'll start using it. By the way, I'm not very structured in my drawing. Just when I look at something, I think, oh, let me work on that. I'll start doing that. Then I forgot about what I was doing before. Yeah, that's just me. A little bit chaotic. And it might take a little bit longer, like this, but I don't really mind that, because, well, when you're doing something that you enjoy, why wanna hurry? I think just take your time and enjoy it. See how this this charcoal gradually gets darker? That's what I really like about it. And you can be very precise in the different shades, the different values. One thing you have to take care of with this charcoal is that it's natural charcoal, so if you touch it, well, not really now, but yeah, it usually comes off very easily. I think it doesn't right now because I used a brush to push the charcoal into the grain, and because this paper has more texture to it, it stays there, like I'm doing right now. Oh, it's Nitram. I'll show you. Nitram. Which I actually called Martin backwards, because I think the founder of this company was called Martin. And apparently this is the charcoal that all the real artists use, so I thought, well, if it's good enough for them, it's certainly good enough for me. Yeah, and in shading I also make sure that the underside of the face will be further away from the light, so it's gonna be a little bit darker than here. The forehead will be catching more light, so. And even though we don't always see that, because there's this this effect that's well, it tricks your eye. Basically, when you're looking at this, you're perceiving the value compared to something that is close to it, but something that is further away will appear a different value than it really is. I can't really explain it, but Okay, let's continue with the glasses. That's what I was doing before. And the glasses are fairly dark, and I think I can just make them dark and then pull out some light with the eraser. But I don't want to make them too dark, because if I make it too dark, it will create contrast, and that contrast will create attention. And I don't really want the attention to go to the glasses. I want the attention to go to the eyes. They are pretty contrasty right now. Maybe more than the reference photo, but and that's what you can do if you're drawing. You can adjust to make a more appealing drawing. You're not stuck with how it was in reality, how the photo captures it, but you can make your own twist to it, make it more appealing. And since it's glasses, it doesn't really matter that much that the proportions are not spot on. So I'll just go over it quickly. Well, quickly, relatively speaking. Drawing is a slow process. My niece, she is, oh my god, she's 14 years old, I think. I hope I'm right, because otherwise my sister will get mad, but yeah, I think she's 14 years old. She's nice. She's really nice. Of course, I couldn't see any different. Maybe my sister is watching, so I can only say nice things. No, not really. I was just joking. Okay. I think I can go darker now with the hair. I used compressed charcoal for that. And also in the hair I try to see the overall structure. Instead of just drawing strands of hair, I try to see the complete shape of it. And the nice thing about this is when you darken the hair, it gives even more contrast to the face. So that's nice. That's a way to draw the attention to the face. Actually, you can. It acts as a kind of a frame for the face. And I try to only use this compressed charcoal only on the hair, because this will go very dark, and I don't want to use it on the face or the skin, because you can get too dark then very easily. And of course I could lighten it up again, but yeah, I like to work the other way. I think it's time now to blend this up a little bit. And by blending you can lighten it up a little bit more. And if I wanted to go even darker, then I can use my fingers, but I try to stay away from that as much as possible. And especially on a girl's face and children, you rather want to stay on the light side more, because their faces are very soft. Hi Divyansh. Sorry, I butchered your name again. Welcome to the stream. Wonder how Shannon makes the face shadow very dark and significantly lifted. Yeah. Shannon, he does it with the eraser, and once you have blended it together, I can easily make it lighter again, like this. Now it's lighter again, so that's how he does it, but I try to stay away from that. You saw my drawings and you like them. Thank you very much. What drawing did you particularly like? What was your favorite? Portraits in general. Okay. Yeah, that's what I do mostly on my channel, so you're in the right spot, man. And when you blend, it's never smooth. Well, what do you use for blending? Because, well, first of all, it doesn't have to be smooth. You can make very nice drawings without blending at all. So it doesn't have to be smooth, but if you're going for smooth, you can use blending stump like I have here. And I know Xiaonan makes his own, and yeah, you can use that, but that gives a little bit of a different effect, the one that he makes. Alright, you use that. Yeah, I have one of those I made. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. And well, you really have to take care, because if you're using this, it does give a little bit of a rougher edge to it. Yeah, and also if you use it on textured paper, maybe. Yeah, you should just experiment. You have a YouTube channel, Divyoung. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at it later. So you also draw. Dual art. Okay, I will look it up. Right. Okay. What I also use sometimes is this brush, and you can blend the whole drawing together, and it gives a nice smooth effect. One day I will have 1 million subscribers. I'm not sure about that. Would be nice. Well, it's very hard to get a decent number of subscribers. And, well, Xiaonan's channel actually helped me quite a bit. Because I'm also streaming together with Xiaonan. Actually, this weekend we streamed together. And I got quite a few subscribers from that. Yeah, I have also this is the makeup brush I also use. It works really well, but this can lift up very much of the charcoal. And if you want to push the charcoal in, I use a brush like this. I just tap it, tap 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 tap, just like Bob Ross, tap tap. You saw that stream this weekend. Yeah, that was Shannon, the portrait art. If you, I'm sure you know him, right? His channel is like 2,000 times the size of my channel. He's got 3,000. Wait, 370,000 subscribers. Yeah, I think I got most of my subscribers coming from his channel. Yeah, exactly. That's just how you came to me. That's it really helps because when he streams, he's got well, we had 100 viewers, which is still well for the size of his channel is a little bit disappointing, but still 100 viewers, and actually 27 of those subscribed to my channel from that stream alone. So that's quite a lot. I'm really happy with it. 5-minute videos. Yeah, I have a few of those. You mean like time-lapse videos? I have a few of those, but recently I didn't really have the time to edit them. So, and for the coming weeks or months, I even have less time because we're moving. And our new house is gonna need some renovating, so that's what I'll be doing for the next weeks. Hey Gamer B, welcome. I'm doing quite alright, thank you. How about you? Do I have a family? Yes, I do. I do have a family. I have a wife and 2 children. We're gonna leave. Well, we're gonna move the 23rd of April. But 3 weeks before that, actually this Friday we're gonna get the keys for the new house, and then for 3 weeks I'll be renovating the place. When will you show your face? Face reveal. Oh my. Maybe I will. I know that if you do it, it does make for a nicer video. So maybe I will just include a face cam. Kinda tired. Well, maybe this video will put you to sleep. Because this is slow. Thank you, fan. Yeah, we're really happy with the new house. It's quite a lot bigger. And yeah, I'm gonna make sure that I have my my setup there to make YouTube videos. A self-portrait, yeah, maybe. But first I will have to draw my wife first. Which is really a shame. I didn't do a portrait of her yet. I just didn't have the time to take a good photo. Yeah, actually I do have Instagram. You can find me on the handle Dion Draws. So yeah, feel free to take a look there. You'll find the same drawings there, actually, that you find here on my YouTube channel. Put my name. Okay. Well, it's just the same. It's if you look up that on Instagram, you'll find me, I'm sure. No problem. But Instagram is strange how it works with the subscribers. I get, sometimes I get a lot, and then but they also leave very quickly again. So it's a very volatile medium, I guess. You really have to keep posting on there to keep people's attention, I think. Thank you for following me on Instagram. Yeah, you have to be very regular on Instagram, and well, that's where I feel sometimes I don't think I'm consistent enough. But then again, it's not my I'm not dependent income-wise or something. I have a daytime job, and I know some people depend on it, on the number of followers, so it could be a little bit tricky. Okay, bye bye, Gamer B. Thank you for dropping by. My age. Well, I don't want to scare you, but I am 45 years old. It's probably not what you thought. I know people think that I'm younger, but that's really my age. Drawing as a career. Well, generally I would say not really, unless you're really good, and then suddenly, yeah, I'm probably your father's age. Yeah, I know, I get that all the time. Yeah. But yeah, if you're really good and if you can make a name for yourself, then you can sell your artwork for a lot. Yeah, show me your drawings. I would like that. Yeah, I will reply to you after the stream if you send me a message. I won't forget you. Right now, I think I have to darken this up, just the underside. Because it shouldn't be this contrasty. And if I will make this darker, the face will stand out even more. My hand looks like 21. Oh, nice. Well, it's a good thing it doesn't show up all the wrinkles. Maybe. Yeah, I know. I get that a lot. People. And my voice kind of sounds younger. At least that's what I hear from a lot of people. So usually when I tell them my age, they're kind of surprised by it. There's my brush again. Tap it in. Tap, 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 tap. Do you guys know Bob Ross? Who doesn't, right? Bob Ross was always like tap, 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 tap. It was funny. He's still very popular on YouTube, even though he passed away quite a long time ago. Oh, Bob Ross. He was a painter from the 90s, I think. And he had a television show where he made a complete painting, usually a landscape, in about 20-25 minutes. He was really famous back then. You should look him up, and on YouTube you can still find him. Bob Ross. Okay, I really have to get along with this drawing. It's kind of taking longer than I need to, actually. You just see his video? Yeah, you didn't know Bob Ross? I think that's more. Yeah, he's from the 90s, so that's a while back. We're living in 2019 already. Where does the time go? On the inside of the mouth is usually a lot darker, so I'm putting in some tone there. And it's okay if I lose a little bit of the definition of the teeth, because you don't have to, you generally don't want to draw the teeth individually. So. Oh no, I don't paint. I think that would be a lot of hassle with all the colors and the paint, and you have to clean the brushes, and that's not really something for me, I think. But it's nice to have color. So maybe I will try pastel. To have color. You're having an exam? So in half an hour? What's the exam for? Social science. Well, good luck. I have no idea what that would be, but I hope you do, because you're taking an exam. Oh, the 30th. Right. So, in 3 days. Good. You still have some time to study for it. I always hated to study for exams. I wanted to do different things. I always came up with other stuff to do right before I had to study for exams. I was very good at that. Procrastination. Yeah, you don't like to study as well. Okay. I may have found a spot where there's a little bit of oil on it. I might have touched it with my fingers then. This spot here, and usually it's okay, but sometimes you can have a little bit of oil on your fingers, a little bit of oily substance, and then if that comes to paper and charcoal reacts to that, it kind of glues to the paper. Every time you go over it, it will become very dark. You see the happy little trees, right? So you do know Bob Ross, right? We don't have, what was he saying? We don't have mistakes, we have happy little accidents. That's it. We only have happy little accidents. Yeah, the positivity that man had. Yeah, I've wanted to be a professional artist. No, not really. No, because and it's with all the things that you actually do for a hobby. I didn't want it to become my work, because I also play a little bit of piano, and when I well, I used to. I can't anymore because that was too long ago. But when I had to choose my study, I could go to the music school, and they already accepted me practically, but I didn't want to go there because, well, a hobby should remain a hobby. So yeah, that's my thoughts of it. And right now I'm just continuing refining all the stuff, and that usually takes a long time. So everywhere when I see that the value doesn't match, I'll go over it and back and forth and back and forth. My favorite musicians. You play the violin. Wow, nice. Favorite musicians. Well, I have a lot, and lately I rediscovered the Crash Test Dummies. If you know them, also a band from the 90s. I like that music. But also the music from now. And well, classical music also. I like Bach. Very nice. But I didn't like him when I went to piano lessons, because he's so hard to play, and well, I didn't like it back then. But I really love it when I have to when I listen to it. From which country are you? I'm from the Netherlands. Small little country in the west of Europe. I'm sure you know it. You're from India. India is like huge. India is becoming it's becoming it's getting to overtake China even in like the number of people. I heard it's almost as big as China. The number of people, I mean. So, that's huge. Bach Church works. Yeah, it's great. We're going to talk in the Bob Rossi voice. Yeah. Happy little accidents. There's just a little squirrel that lives here. It's your place. You're the creator of this world. You can do anything you like. That's what he always used to say. You're the creator. Yeah. I watched some of his videos back just the other day, a few days back. Just look him up on YouTube. It's great. It's more for nostalgia, I think, but okay, maybe I'm going too dark with this, but I'll have to light it up later. And now I'm shading with this again. Maybe well, it's been over 1 hour now. And usually I draw for one hour and then I have to look away. Having 98 subscribers, that's really good. Would you like to make videos with me after seeing my drawing? Maybe. Yeah, what I was saying, I'm reaching that point where you actually have to step away again from the drawing and get a fresh eye. So maybe I'll continue for 5 more minutes, I think, and then let's call it a day. Well, this pencil, this is actually a little stick of Nitrom charcoal, which is natural charcoal, and yeah, it's really good. It's natural, and it's, yeah, I like it for refining the shadows. You can be very precise with it. I have to darken this up. No, it's not compressed charcoal. It's more like vine charcoal, but then it's not as soft. It's well, I think they just took a stick of wood. I'm not sure what kind of wood, but then they charred it up like this. Yeah, the cheek stands out, but I think it's a little bit too much. I tried to correct this, but it doesn't really work. I'll have to use the eraser here, because the contrast is too much. There was a little bit of a sharp line there, so now it's getting better. Brush it up, tap 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 tap. How do you make outlines? Well, what do you mean? How do I make outlines? I don't really get it. I just, yeah, I grab a pencil and I draw outlines. That's how I do it. But if you mean how do I get proportions right, then yeah, it's what I explained before. I take a point and then on the reference and on the drawing, and I compare it to different points on the drawing. No, I never use grid method. I don't really like grid method because you can't use grid method on live drawings, and I want to train my eyes for proportions instead of relying on a grid or something. Yeah, I know. Shonan always says contrast is good, but and that's where we kind of disagree, and it's okay to disagree, of course. Of course, contrast is good, but you have to use it in the right places. So you shouldn't use it on well, the shadow side of the cheek and then this side of the cheek, because, well, and I'm sure Shannon also agrees with that. If you go from here to here, the gradation is very gradual, so it shouldn't be that contrasty. But sure, if you want to contrast the eyes with the surrounding, of course, I have done that here. It's more contrasty than on the reference, and the contrast here between the hair and the face is also more than on the reference. So that's good. That's a good thing where you can push that contrast. But you should know where to do it and where not to do it, actually. But yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it at this. It's been 1 hour, 17 minutes. Yeah, I think I'll continue maybe tomorrow, but last time I also said tomorrow and that turned out to be 3 days. So I hope I can continue this tomorrow. Otherwise I will probably this weekend or maybe on Friday evening. So if you have time and you see me, you're welcome to join again, of course. It's always nice to be chatting to you guys. And yeah, I'll definitely check your Instagram. I'll send you a message. Okay, bye bye, and thank you for watching, and I hope to catch you on the next stream. Bye.